And we are back here at Mountain View for some more coverage of the 3A West Volleyball Regionals. This one will have Lander facing off against Big Piney. Big Piney still looking for a win this year. This will be a great time to get one in an elimination game against Lander. Big Piney, number 4 out of the Southwest. Lander, number 3 out of the Northwest. The top 2 Northwest teams will be playing later today for a berth in the state championships. Meanwhile, Pinedale, the number 3 team out of the Southwest, will be facing the winner of this one for a berth in that state championship next weekend in Casper. It'll feature 8 teams, 4 from the East, 4 out of the West. We already have 2 teams decided out of the West. That is Mountain View and Lyman. They will play later today for the championship. Remember, it is also about seeding. You want to qualify, and once you've qualified, you want to worry about seeding. So that third place match and the championship match will be big for seeding purposes. If Lyman wants to avoid one of those top seeds, they're going to have to defeat Mountain View, and the same goes for the Buffaloes, as number 1 seed out of the West will play the number 4 out of the East next weekend. Starting on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Some good old volleyball action. We will be there on mylocalradio.com. Still undetermined if we will be doing video streaming. Might just be an audio broadcast, but if you liked what you heard this weekend from me, thank you, first of all. I really do appreciate the kind words and amount of people that have been tuning in on mylocalradio.com. But if you're interested in watching next week, I will also be broadcasting next week. Hopefully video, but even if it is just audio streaming, and even if we are not paying for the streaming rights at mylocalradio.com, we will still have every match going on there. So tune in to mylocalradio.com starting next Thursday, whether your team makes it or not. Maybe you're just a volleyball fan in general, or just a regular fan that wants to watch some volleyball. I don't blame you. That'll start next Thursday.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to stand here in southwestern Wyoming to Mountain View, Wyoming, for this 3A.
And as we get ready for this second match of the second day, we will go into some starting lineups between these 2 teams. As they get announced, I will announce them too. For the Lady Tigers of Lander, number 10, Demi Stauffenberg. Whitney Hansen, number 20, will make the start. Abigail Renner is going to start. Number 3 will start the libero, Kristen Proctor, the junior. Savannah West, McKenna Kale. And rounding out that starting lineup for the Lander Lady Tigers is number 22, McKaylee Harrison. And now the Big Piney starting lineups. Sierra Kiter is going to start. Number 16, Xavier Zambrano. Hannah Hansen, number 25. Sophomore, number 10, Jacoby Hibbert will make the start. Junior, number 1, Chandler Jones. Libero, number 4, Rachel Foster, the junior.
And the junior, number 22, Shelby Hatch.
And number 22, rounding it out, Shelby Hatch. The coaches of Big Piney are Tiffany Carver, Angie Swanson, Marty Slight. The coaches for Lander are Marissa Powell, Cassie Jarvis, Sammy McRae, and Tiffany Stauffenberg. So as the teams will come together is customary to shake hands before the start of this match. We will be all ready and set to go here in Mountain View for match number 2 of 6 today. 6 matches today. This will be number 2 in an elimination game. The winner has earned the right to play Pinedale in a semifinal match. Later on today at 1:30 p.m., the loser is going to take a bus ride back home and end their season. Appreciate everyone tuning in on mylocalradio.com today, and if you were watching yesterday. The Warriors, excuse me, confusing my opponents. The Worland Warriors won earlier today in the first match of the day, and they have earned a semifinal appearance against Powell. Once again, if you're just joining us, it is updated on our website. Powell and Worland to be playing next. But this match still has to be played, so let's get right into it. That's in the middle. Sent over to Big Piney. Running in is Jacoby Hibbert. Set up on the outside, and that is put away. The first point of this second game of the day from Demi Stauffenberg. The kill there. Checking out is Whitney Hansen in for a point. And back to serve is McKaylee Harrison. Jones rolled over to Hibbert, and Hibbert cannot get it over the net. And Lander has the first few points of day number 2. It is 2-0. Early in set number 1. This one kept alive. On the outside, swinging forward, and not connecting there was Jacoby Hibbert, as she got underneath that one, and it went out of play. 3-0 Lander early in this match. And that one is out of play, so that's how Big Piney will get their first point of this day 2 action. McKaylee Harrison serves it out of bounds. And back to serve is Xavier Sombrano. Tipped over the blockers, and a diving effort there from Chandler Jones. Not quick enough. And Big Piney gives it back to Lander. That one rolls over the net, and it is in. So Lander with the ace right there. Back to serve. And the serve gets in. Rachel Foster backs away from it from Big Piney, letting her teammate grab it. And the libero for Lander cannot get her fingertips on it. That's Kristen Proctor. Kristen Proctor was kind of backing up on that one and just kind of reached up with one hand and tried to make contact with it. She did, but not enough to put it back towards the net. Running in for that one is Abigail Ranner. And blocked at the net momentarily, kept alive, but a carrying violation is called anyway on Demi Stauffenberg of Lander. And it is 5-3. Big Piney trailing 5-3, but trying to get back even in set number 1. Serve from Shelby Hatch, and was it touched? It was. There was a touch. I believe they called it at the net. I don't think they said Hatch touched it in the back row, but regardless, it is still a Lander point. 6-3, Lander doubling up Big Piney early in this set. Still a lot of action to be played here. And charging on the ball is Chandler Jones, and she sends it into her own bench. And a Pinedale fan comes out of the bleachers to grab the ball. Gracious enough. Pinedale, see some fans coming into the gym. They play next. They will play later today, excuse me. I was thinking about Powell. They'll play the winner of this. So some fans scouting their next opponent. I do see the coach in the gym. So Tamara Kira interested in who her team will be playing later today. That one's set up for the libero. Back row attack from Big Piney. Rachel Foster cannot finish it. Blocked at the net, and shaking her hand out is Jacoby Hibbert. That was a powerful contact there from Lander, and it went out of play. I'm wondering, there might have been a spill on the court. Yeah, it looks like there's a spill on the Lander bench. There's a player on her knees. Looks like trying to wipe something up, so. Yeah, there was a spill, maybe a water or Gatorade got knocked over in the fracas of the last play, so that's why they had momentarily paused the action there. And it appears we might be ready to go. As long as no more spills happen. And Chandler Jones is able to make contact with it. Over to Xavier Zambrano. On the Lander side, and that is put away from Abigail Renner. Abigail Renner saw the corner, and she did not disappoint. She elevated and hit that one right where it needed to be hit and found an open space. That one sent over the net there. McKaylee Harrison, and that is right in front of Big Piney number 16, Xavier Zambrano, not able to connect there. It is 11-3. Lander's lead has grown here. They have 5 points in a row. Are on a 5-0 run. Chandler Jones taps it over, and there was a double hit there, I believe, on Chandler Jones. She's trying to dump it over the net, and unfortunately for her, she made double contact, meaning her hands were not level, and she made contact with one hand and then the other hand, which is 2 hits, and you're not allowed to hit it twice if you're a volleyball player. 12-3. Chandler Jones makes solid contact on this one. Maybe set a little bit behind Hannah Hansen. That is a mouthful. Hannah Hansen. Actually, no, they're going to set this one in the middle. And mishit by Sierra Kiter. And Kiter gives Lander a 13-3 advantage. Still live there. Hansen serves it up. On the outside, spiking it is Abigail Renner. And Renner sends it out of play. And that is another Lander point. And that is a Lander point, 15-3. And a timeout for Big Piney. We're going to take the timeout with them on mylocalradio.com.
Serving Wyoming since 1941, Plains Tire is Wyoming's oldest and largest tire dealer with great locations throughout the state. They'll get you the right tires that offer the best results for your vehicle at the lowest prices, guaranteed. Plus, you can go to any Plains Tire Pro dealer with their nationwide warranty service. And check out their Plains Tire phone app.
Come down and see us at Plains Tires on 157 Bear River Drive for all your automotive needs. Hablamos también español.
Live back here in Mountain View. Lander leading 15-3 in this second match of the day. If you're just joining us, Worland won the opening match of the day. They have earned the right to play Powell at noon, or about 15 to 20 minutes after this match. If this match ends in 3 sets, we are a little ahead of schedule, so you can tell your friends and relatives it might start just before noon. I don't want you to miss any of that semifinal match with a berth in the state championships on the line. And that is right down the sideline, and it was out of bounds. Lander tried to connect with it, going cross court, but it went out of bounds, and it is Big Piney's possession here. That is Jacoby Hibbert back to serve. Hibbert is a sophomore. She jump serves, gets it over. Harrison. And that is in play. So Big Piney let it go, thinking it was going out of bounds. It did not. And it is a 16-4 lead for the Lady Tigers here in set number 1. Tapped over the net there, Chandler Jones. Kept alive. Abigail Renner sends it over. Kiter. And that one is right up the line and in play. 17-4, Lander with the advantage. Looking good doing it. Did talk to Brittany Miller, head coach of the Warland Warriors, after that last match. I had asked her a few questions, so as that is another point, if you are interested in that, I'll discuss some of that right about now. So I talked to Brittany Miller. I said, is there anything that you told your team, knowing that you could be playing one match today, you could be playing as many as 3. If they win the first 2, they will play a third match in the third place match. And she said, it's just about 3 E's: energy, effort, as that one is set up on the outside. I actually forget the other E. I have a Warland fan sitting next to me. Let's see if she knows it. Do you know what the 3 E's are? There's like 3 E's from Warland. She told me about it earlier. Effort, energy, and enthusiasm. There we go. Energy, effort, and enthusiasm. I came up with it at the last second there. Sorry about that. So Brittany Miller had told me about that, and she said that that is what she always preaches, and she preaches that Warland energy, effort, and enthusiasm. They're always going to be happy. They're always going to be enthusiastic on the court. They're always going to be high energy and high profile on the court. And they are hoping to play 3 matches today, because if they're in the third match, that means they did something right in the first 2 and won those matches. But Powell will certainly have something to say about that. I did go to Badlands down the street. It's a bowling alley / grill. Has great burgers. Not a sponsor, just wanted to say how good their food is. Last night, and Powell, after their semifinal loss, came in, and they were all eating in there, and was able to chat up the coach for a bit. And very nice, very friendly, and they seemed to be enjoying their time here at Mountain View, but they knew that they had a goal to accomplish. They won their first match yesterday, but lost in that semifinal match, so they know they'll come back today, play at noon for a berth in the state championships. That one too hot for Rachel Foster, the junior, and it is 21-6. Lander making it look good here, looking like a team that wants to play against Pinedale later today for their own trip to the state championships, and that one is served through the court and out of bounds. Abigail Renner's serve, a little bit too hard on that one. 21-7, Lander over Big Piney. Serving is the libero, Rachel Foster. On the outside, swinging forward and connecting on that sideline, Demi Stauffenberg, the freshman. Doesn't look like a freshman on that huge hit. And checking out of the game for Lander is McKenna Kale and Haley Lytle. It is 23-7 here. Lander making it look good. Kristen Proctor, the libero, in the bright green jersey. I don't really know how to describe that color, but the bright green jersey, not necessarily a neon, but a bright, maybe Kelly green. I'm not really good on my green, shades of green, but either way, Kristen Proctor in the special green jersey is the libero, serving. And Hansen returns the serve, but unfortunately for the freshman, it goes into the net, and that's how the first set will end. 25-7 here in set number one. We're going to take a break on MyLocalRadio.com. When we return, more action from set two in this second match of the day.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
Back here at Mountain View, where a matchup between Warland and Powell will await us next on MyLocalRadio.com. Right now we have Big Piney, the Lady Punchers, and the Lander Lady Tigers. Checking in for the Lander Lady Tigers is Bill Libero, once again, Kristen Proctor. As Big Piney is still in their huddle, awaiting the start of set number 2. Coached by Tiffany Carver. Coach Carver trying to get her team motivated to get their first win of the year today, in what is the final day of volleyball action before the state championships next week. And Big Piney is ready to go, as are we on MyLocalRadio.com. Trying to see if Dustin Reese, the activities director here at Mountain View, will bring up the championship trophy at some point today. Maybe put that on camera for a second and just show you guys what the winning team will get. I did get a peek at it earlier today. It is a nice gold ball on top of a trophy for the volleyball. Certainly something that is obviously just an added bonus, but certainly you don't need a trophy between Mountain View and Lyman. When they're playing in a match, it's going to be electric, especially in the Bridger Valley, whether it's here at Mountain View or at Lyman. The crowd will be quite loud and raucous. And that one is in front of a diving puncher. And that is a point for the Lady Tigers to start set number 2. Actually, it is a point for Big Piney. Excuse me. I believe they said that somebody hit the net there on Lander. So a net violation gives Big Piney the first point of set number 2. On the outside, swinging forward and connecting on a tip was number 10, Demi Stauffenberg. The freshman looking good so far today from Lander. Talked to head coach Marissa Powell from Lander before the match. And that is a rotation error or a rotation mistake from Big Piney. Saw plenty of that in the final set on day number 1, in game number 1, excuse me. That cost Lovell in set number 3. Had a decent-sized break in the middle of that match. But this one seems to be just a one-time thing. Head coach Tiffany Carver was directing her team, telling her where they should be, where each player should be located. And it's 3-1. Lander with the lead, 3 points in a row have been scored by the Lady Tigers. Receiving the serve, sending it skyward. And that's going cross court, falls down. That was number 10, Jacoby Hibbert, the sophomore, hitting the deck. As she tried to get that one cross court, kind of a weird angle she was at. Seems to be okay. And that short serve does not get over the net there from Lander's number 10, Demi Stauffenberg. So Lander, should they advance after this match, will have one match to kind of sit and stretch the legs, get some quick food, energy bars, or something of the sorts into their system before playing again. 5-2 is the advantage for the guests on the scoreboard, which is Lander. Kept alive on the outside, swinging for it, or actually tapping it over the block, was Abigail Renner. Rolled at the net, and that is a point for Lander off the hit from Jacoby Hibbert. And head coach Tiffany Carver is going to call a timeout. So it's 6-2 in set number 2. We'll take a break with them on mylocalradio.com.
MyLocalRadio.com is Southwest Wyoming and Northeast Utah's top website and the best source for local area news, weather, sports, and community events. And that's not all. MyLocalRadio.com features thousands of photographs of Wyoming and Utah high school events, from speech and drama competitions to local events, sports and activities, and much more. Check it out today and see what MyLocalRadio.com has for you.
Thank you for joining us once again. I'm Sean Bennett, your host of this MyLocalRadio.com broadcast. This broadcast features Lander and Big Piney. If you're just joining us, thank you. Lander is leading Big Piney 6-2 right now. It's an elimination game. Winner will advance to play at 1 p.m. or 1:30 p.m., excuse me. The loser is eliminated. A little miscommunication about who's coming in, who's coming out on the Big Piney sideline, but it seems to be working out now. Seven to 2. Lander leading Big Piney. And that is a carry. That will be a Lander point. So it is 8-2 right now. Up on the outside for Big Piney and out of bounds there. Jacoby Hibbert narrowly missed that baseline. And it's 9-2, and Hibbert will check out. And back into the match is Jocelyn Banks. I said back into, I think that might be the first time she's entered. So into the match for the first time is Banks. And that's over the net, and a point for Big Piney. Hannah Hansen, the freshman. There's one thing you have to look forward to if you're Big Piney. Obviously, Big Piney's season did not turn out probably how they had envisioned or wanted it to, but another rotation stoppage. Obviously, their season did not turn out how they probably envisioned it, wanted it to go. But for Big Piney, they are a very young team. Just on this varsity roster that they listed, they have over 8 freshmen on this roster, they have one senior, and that's Jess Journey. Jess Journey. So Big Piney, a young team, they can certainly learn from this season, learn from this 3A West playoffs, regional playoffs. Even if they don't advance out of here, which I'm not saying that they won't, they still have a very good opportunity. They will learn and they will take some things, go into the off season, work hard, and come back next year even better, especially with a shakeup in their own division, as Lyman and Mountain View both have over 6 seniors each. Mountain View, I believe, has 8 seniors. So at the end of the day, the conference will look much different next year than it will this year. On the outside, Hansen. Lander, Renner gets it over the net somehow, and lucky for Abigail Renner, I'm not sure, but she spiked that thing into the net, and just by sheer force and gravity, ball rolled over the net, and that's a point for Lander. 13-3, Lander leading in set 2. And that's a roll shot from Sierra Kiter. Not able to connect there. It's 14-3. Lander with the lead in set number 2. That serve is out of bounds. Let's just talk about Busy Bee Arts and Crafts. Busy Bee Arts and Crafts, kitty corner across the street from Pizza Hut in Mountain View. That is right down the road from the gymnasium. This Saturday from 10 to 6, going on right now, they have a make and take day. Make something and take it from Busy Bee Arts and Crafts. Lander enjoying the 15-4 lead. Smacked over the net there, and in play, that was Hannah Hansen again. I think I began to start a point that I never got to finish earlier. I was talking to head coach Marissa Powell, and I had asked her if they had played Big Piney, and she said yes. They had played each other several times. They had won each one. This is their second time, however, playing in a full 5-set match. The others were best of 3 or shortened variety. So Coach Powell knows what she was expecting out of Big Piney, I guess you could say. And then just, I said not to look forward, but have you played Pinedale, and what do you expect out of a possible matchup with them? And she had been going into it, and she said, well, yeah, we played Pinedale several times this year as well, and they are a good team. She said that Strite is a menace, which I'm sure if you've watched any MyLocalRadio.com coverage this year, you know that Strite from Pinedale is one of the pure players in entire Wyoming volleyball. She's only a sophomore, and she will be one of the better players in the entire state, if not the best player, over the next couple years. Serving again is Kristen Proctor. On the outside, Lander swings for it. Stauffenberg set up there and knocked over the net. Jocelyn Banks. Hansen able to return that powerful hit, and ouch, that's gotta hurt. That was number 4, Rachel Foster, went hard into metal bleachers right on the side. There are no fans sitting on that front row of the bleachers, so she was not prepared. I think she might have lost where she was on the court. She seems to be okay, though. I was really worried for a second because I'm not sure if it was her knee. I think it was a little above the knee, maybe on the thigh, but she ran right into that hard metal bleacher in that front row. Attempting to go for a ball. Obviously, her eyes were up in the air following the path of the ball, not the bleachers in front of her, but she seems to be okay. 20-5 is the lead here for the visitors on the scoreboard. the Lander Lady Tigers. Number 3 seed out of the Northwest against the number 4 out of the Southwest, and that ball comes straight up towards the Powell crowd. And back in play. Always have to have your eyes open and watch in the court. Another Worland fan took one off the face in pregame warm-ups. She had her back turned, kind of facing the back, and was talking to somebody else, and an errant ball came and hit her on the side of the head. So, Worland fans out here being targeted. Just watch out if you're a Worland fan, because the ball will find you. Some conspiracy theory or something like that. 21-6. Worland playing next. Big Piney playing right now. And that serve is over the net, and that's an ace. Sierra Kiter gets an ace. The ball floated over the net and right in front of that back line. Kristen Proctor was pushed a little bit too far back, I guess, and she was not able to get to it. Proctor takes a step in, and this one goes to the other side to Renner. And that is in. That is a kill for number 11, Savannah West, the junior for Lander. Getting some playing time today. This one served over the net. Proctor and teammate collide, but they're able to call each other off and get the ball over the net, and it goes in front of Hanson, and it is 23-7. So Lander looking good. They are up by 16 right now, and make it 17 as they now lead 24-7. Leading this match, and that one's over the net, into the net rather, and it's 24-8. So Big Piney still surviving here in set number 2. Serve is up, kept alive there in the middle, and that one is down, and that is how set number 2 will end. It is 25-8 after 2 sets. 25-7, 25-8 is how the first 2 sets ended. Big Piney trying to keep their season alive. They'll need to win the next set in order to do so. Lander trying to punch their ticket to the semifinal. Please join us on mylocalradio.com once we return. We are back here. Let's go down and ask the officials a question for a second. It is 2-0 with the Lander lead here in set number 3. Over the net there from Big Piney. Haley Wilson. And out of play. That is another Lander point. See Powell in the far top left corner from where we are. They are getting ready for their match next on mylocalradio.com. Trying to figure out if the next match will start exactly on time or whether they're just going to run the clock and do the 20-minute warm-up or so. If I get an answer to that, I'll let you guys know. But it is scheduled to start at noon. Might start a little bit early. Who knows? Lander leading this one 4-1. After 5 points in set number 3. This one is kept alive. That's Hansen sending it over the net. And a diving effort there by Kristen Proctor, not quick enough to get to it. And that is a point for Big Piney. So Big Piney now trails 4-2 here in set number 3. Trying to keep this match alive. No need to win this set in order to accomplish that. And that ball is down. And that's another point for Lander, leading 5-2 in this match. So it'll be Powell and Worland in the next match. 2 black and orange teams. This ball served over the net and not able to be controlled by Rachel Foster. As the ball goes out of play, it is 6-2. Lander with the lead here, so a little ahead of schedule as far as timing goes. Never a bad thing here on a day of regionals when any match can make our schedule very far behind if it goes 4 or 5 sets. On the outside, swung and connected, Abigail Renner. Had her check the court for a dent after that one. She powers that thing home. 7-2, the lead here for the Lander Lady Tigers. Jump ball at the net. Yeah, it's put away by number 14, McKenna Kale. 8-2 is the score here. And that ball is into the net, off the hands of Haley Lytle. Not sure of the pronunciation on that, so if I'm butchering that, I really do apologize. On the outside, Renner swinging for it. Hansen sends it over onto the Lander side. Renner again. A diving effort there. And Haley Wilson got it. And she almost collided with Rachel Foster. And Rachel Foster had to back off at the last second. And once Wilson hit it, she could not touch it again. And Foster was the only one in the area, but she had lost the ball. And the ball hit the ground. 9-3 here, the lead for Lander. Trying to earn a spot in that consolation semifinals to play Pinedale for a chance to go to Casper next week and be playing. Tapped over on the middle, and Haley Hansen dives for it, cannot connect cleanly with it. And the ball goes out of bounds. 10-3. Lander with the lead here, about midway through set number 2. ball is into the net, and that will be a Big Piney point. So it is 10-4 here in set number 3. On mylocalradio.com, thank you for tuning in and listening to our broadcasts. Kept alive momentarily there, and Big Piney finishes the point. And we'll get another point. 10-5, Big Piney trails here. The Punchers going to have a puncher's chance in this match. They'll need to win this set if they want to keep this match alive, however, trailing 2-0. Allen's over the net and off the fingertips of Haley Wilson. Another put away there for Lander. 11-5, the lead. Ball over the net. McKaylee Harrison blocked at the net, kept alive still. Over to Chandler Jones and still into the back line. Ball is alive. Lander, third ball coming back over. Free ball, Haley Lytle. Chandler Jones had to kind of enter the bleachers to bump that one over her head, and it did not work out. As that ball goes to the ground, and it is 12-5 here in set number 3. Off the hands once again of Rachel Foster, the libero. And that will be another Lander point here, 13-5. Ball squeaks over the net, kept alive. Spiked, sent back. Demi Stauffenberg put on the Pinedale side. And that one is tipped and out of play. So Lander with the point there, leading 13-6 in this one. I did just get confirmation from Dustin Reese, Activities Director. They are going to start the next match at noon, so they will not go ahead of schedule. So we have a half-hour warm-up for the Powell and Worland match. Big Piney not able to corral that one. It goes out of play. It is 17-6 here. At the net, block straight down. And Savannah West, the junior, puts it away for Lander. Serve received momentarily from Big Piney. Number 15, Jocelyn Banks, and is out of play, and we will take a timeout here on My Local Radio with the teams.
Bring your vehicle for service at Rocky Mountain Yeti and feel the difference. It's easy. Visit with one of the friendly service riders and then relax and enjoy hot waffles and ice cream. While you relax Yeti style, your vehicle will be worked on by our experienced mechanics. From regular maintenance to major repairs, we do it all. Have your service work done at Rocky Mountain Yeti in Evanston and feel the difference. Get Yeti'd today.
Ooh, yeah.
100 Wasatch Road in Evanston.
back here at Mountain View. It is 19-6, Lander with the lead in set number 3, and they also lead 2-0. Meanwhile, if you hadn't heard me just announce this, they will keep the schedule, so we will have about a half-hour warm-up for this Warland and Powell match coming up next here on mylocalradio.com. I will probably start the stream right away, as I have, just to give people a chance to come and set up the stream, make sure everything's working. After this match concludes, it is still 20-6. In set number 3. Ball sent over the net from Lander and out of play off of a Big Piney player. And it is 21-6. Those Warland team members back in the gym, ready to play their second match of the day. I've seen some Powell players hanging around too. They've been getting ready, stretching out, maybe getting some hits in the practice gym. 21-6 is the score. And that is over the net. It's 22-6. Lander with the lead and serving. Letting that go was Hansen, and a good decision on that match, on that one, excuse me, as it was out of play. So 22-7 is the score here. Lander looks like they're on their way to being into the semifinals against Pinedale later today. That will start at around 1:30 p.m. Mountain Time. That one back set over the net onto the Lander side. Poked at there by Stauffenberg, and at the net, Savannah West elevates and puts it away. 23-7. The lead here as Lander looks to close this one out. Kept alive, sent over the net once again. Rolled over. Tapped over onto the Big Piney side. Jocelyn Banks for Big Piney was there. Kept over the net, and Rachel Foster going to get it back. Third ball coming over. Free ball for Lander. On the outside, swinging Rachel Foster. Great diving save there. What a play as Jocelyn Banks tries to go for that corner, and she misses by a couple inches, but that Big Piney bench was certainly excited about the diving save from Rachel Foster. And we have a set and match point here in match number 2. Lander, set and match point. Chandler Jones taps it over from Haley Wilson. Lander looking to finish it, and that's how it will finish. Off the hands of Emma Crane, the junior. And that's how this match will end. 25-7, 25-8, 25-7. A straight set victory for Lander. Big Piney becomes the second team of the day to have their season end, but it still was a successful one as the players all come over, shake hands with the referee. Showing great sportsmanship amongst the teams. And it is about 11:30 here at Mountain View. So a half an hour warm up before we have Mountain View. A half hour warm up in Mountain View before we have Powell against Warland a consolation semifinal to determine which of the two teams will advance to the state playoffs. Catch all the action on mylocalradio.com when we return.